There we go.
There we go. Awesome. In real time.
Welcome
to the Chris is so fucked up edition of the show.
No, I don't know. Actually, this is because a couple days ago, couple of gentlemen in black came down and said we're pretty much under house arrest and have to stay away from each other because too much shit. So,
and they say that's more the truth, but I was just gonna go with the other one.
Yeah, we could go with yours. That's fine.
That was gonna be the not talk about it.
Oh, that was a secret. Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, it's what he said then.
Yeah. No, it's the it's the timeout edition.
Timeout edition. That's right.
Oh, that's good. Oh, there's the chats. There's Pat.
There's Pat.
There was a couple other things that have you seen? And I want to look it up, and I'm going to look it up now.
Yeah, he'll look it up. I'll do the entertainment.
Yeah. Have you seen the meme that's going around?
Which one's that?
It's the one of Lars Ulrich saying about how he went to court to stop people from downloading his music to having people not download his music, meaning that nobody listens to them on the streaming services.
Right. Yeah, I think I saw something like that. I didn't really pay much attention to it though. I thought, was he bringing up Napster again? God, give it a rest.
It was just the fact that it just gives me the feeling that nobody's listening to the new album that came out like a year ago now.
Oh, I see where you're getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying it went from him stopping everybody to now nobody
cares.
Nobody cares.
I can't say nobody cares. I know there's one guy that occasionally.
There is. They will have their people, right? And you got to remember also the people that are listening to Metallica are probably also still listening to albums, and it was released on an actual physical album, so they probably actually went out and bought it too.
Yeah, probably. Oh, hey, one more thing. It's, Divine Intervention turns 30 this year.
That is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's the truth, my friend. I kind of thought that too. No.
Was that ever a thing when we were growing up?
What?
Albums turning certain ages? Like, I don't remember We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll turning 20.
No, but back in the day, the stuff we listened to it, they weren't quite there yet. They weren't. They were their third album, but the third year or fourth year, they weren't quite there yet. And plus, too, it's a big. If you say that, it's this is my 30th year. You can just charge more money for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how they would, you know what? No, they did do a variant of that. After, when the albums would get close to a year being out, they would re-release it and it would have like an extra track on it.
Yeah, and then you'd have to buy the whole album over again.
Yeah, you'd get the extended mix.
HMV in Abbotsford. Yeah. Dude, remember when we were getting those fucking Kiss reunion tickets and we stood outside all fucking night, A&B Sound out in Abbotsford, and we were like third in line, and it's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Then they came out with the fucking, here, we're all getting a lottery system. Oh yeah, go fuck yourself, you dick.
Oh yeah, like you go fuck yourself with your lottery system and who knows who type bullshit. Like, what is this?
Yeah, that pissed me off. But yeah, that's just because he said HIV there, or HMV. It reminded me of A&B Sound.
Yeah, so I remember the HMV. Yeah, I remember where it was. I can actually still remember where it was in the.
I don't remember. I only remember it being in Langley. I guess that really came out this way much to go to fucking shopping malls.
Divine Intervention. No, you're still in Abbotsford at that time. I think.
When was it?
You were still in Abbotsford at when Divine Intervention came out.
Oh yeah, I was. I bought it. Yeah, and I fucking went downstairs to my closet and fucking put it on my CD player.
Yeah, no. I just remember what a different sound that one was.
Mm-hmm.
Like the song "Divine Intervention." It was a little. It still had a little bit of that South of Heaven, or not South of Heaven. Yeah, South of Heaven. It was a little bit slower, but there was some songs on that one too. What was on that? I'm gonna so many songs, so many albums. Can't remember them all.
I get you. But another thing too, don't you say about people and their fucking sound, how like one band that changed their sound for this fucking album they put on was Wasp when they did their Kill Fuck Die album. Man, that was a good album. And you know what? It got stolen out of my car. I never got it again. And now they don't release it. They don't have it anywhere.
Oh, it's like one of those albums that
Blackie Lawless didn't want to put up or something like that.
yeah,
And so
there's certain albums that these artists don't release onto the streaming services. You can find them on them, but you have to pay for them.
yeah.
On top of anything, the one that I've always wanted to get another copy of is the Rollins band "Sound of Silence" with the song "Liar" on it. That one there is not on streaming services, so it's like not on Spotify, but you can pay for it on Spotify.
What do you mean you can pay for it?
Well, you can pay an extra $15 on Spotify
for that album. So what? You pay the $15 and then you got the album, or you pay $15, an extra $15 a month?
No, just one-time fee.
Oh, so it's like you're buying a digital album.
Yeah, you're buying a digital album.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I'm gonna check out for that fucking Wasp one and see if I can get
it. Called again?
Kill Fuck Die.
Kill Fuck Die.
Kill Fuck Die.
One more time.
Kill Fuck Die.
No, it just comes up as a playlist.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it might be under.
Blackie Lawless got rid of it for some reason. And I don't remember if that had anything to do with Chris Holmes either.
I was just going to say, was Chris Holmes on it?
He was on it, yes.
That's could be why.
That's why I got the album, because it was Chris Holmes back on it. But then I remember watching that Chris Holmes documentary, and he said Blackie put his name on some piece of crap. He said that wasn't even him. And now that I'm thinking of it, and it might have been that album that he fucking... Like, he didn't want credit for it, because Blackie Lawless fucked him out of a bullshit load of fucking money.
Oh, yeah. Like,
royalties and shit.
It's all, yeah. I think that... When did that one come out?
What, that documentary?
No, the... Kill Fuck Die.
Oh, what year? I'm going to say, I think it came out in the 90s at some time. Or 2000s. Okay. Or maybe 2000s.
Okay, here it is. 1997.
There you go. I liked it. They had kind of a weird, almost like a techno sound to it, but it was fucking Wasp, techno Wasp, or as far as I remember. I remember it was really fucking good, and I had the urge to listen to it the other day, but yeah, I don't got it, can't find it, which is too bad. It's a good album.
Yeah, no, it acknowledges it, but for some reason it's not there.
I think that's the one. Maybe Chris Holmes got pissy and sued him on for fucking putting his name on an album that he didn't play on.
Yeah. I can find the listens for that Metallica album.
All you gotta do is go to Spotify for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to use the Spotify for that, but it's not telling me the actual.
The actual what?
How many times it's been listened to. Let's go to this one here. Wait, we got something for this.
Yeah, we do. That's that's the entertaining interlude while we do homework.
I gotta find it, anyways, because I'm curious of like how many people are actually listening to this album now that meme came out, because the fact that there's got to be some truth to it, and it just goes to show you where we are in this day and age of with the older bands, let's say.
Oh fuck! I almost downloaded it to my device. Ooh, careful what you push.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't find anything about that either. But anyhow,
I'm asking the wrong thing now. That one. There's some other things too. So
what?
Manson is playing second on that bill.
He is. I think it's a co-headlining thing.
I think he's playing second. So he Slaughter to Prevail, Manson, then Five Finger Death Punch.
Correct.
It's probably, he's probably going to get just under what Five Finger Death Punch is going to get. He's probably going to come out.
Yeah, he's
probably 12 to 15 songs of the hits that he has.
Yep.
And
his usual. I mean, there's some stuff I haven't gotten a hold of yet, like his last. I guess I looked on Spotify for this. It's not that I'm an expert, but I looked on Spotify and there's like 3 albums that I just really never paid attention to of his. So it's kind of like going to Kiss or the Crew. It's kind of a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
And plus, my brother's got us fucking VIP, so we're gonna go meet the guy and stuff, and all the free entry and shit and all that jazz, which will be fun.
Okay, here it is. That's so impressive.
What's that?
So, in the grand scheme of, the top song for the Metallica one,
yeah,
is Shadows Follow.
From their new album.
Yeah, that's the song. It's called Shadows Follow. I have heard it. I do recall that.
Yep, I remember listening to it.
So it's got 15 million listens.
15 million. Now, is that how many of those are guitar players that are trying to learn?
Exactly. I would say I would put it from somewhere between 35 to 70% is probably guys.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, any news from Rita McNeil? I guess we should acknowledge Rita McNeil as this is Women's History Month, and we just did.
That's right.
In the grand scheme of Metallica listens, though, 15 million as of January 8th, 2024. So the album's been out for a year. So now you're at that point where the listens will probably start dropping or not be coming in as quick. You know, when the album comes out, you're listening to it nonstop.
Take a screenshot of it right now, and then we'll tune in next week and we'll see if it's dropped.
Well, it won't drop. It will only go up. But no, this is from an article from January 8th. So it's the article. It's
oh, you're reading it from somewhere else. I thought you looked at that on Spotify.
No, I couldn't find it on there. They did, however, this will go against how many times you listen to it on Spotify. As I said earlier, they did sell 325,000 albums. So there was,
I guess you still can go to. I guess there still are record stores, aren't there?
Okay, and you got to remember, there's also people will also be listening to it a lot on. A lot of people still listen to music on. They go to YouTube. They go to iTunes.
They stream it in some way or another.
They're streaming it, so the numbers could be misconstrued, but
unless it is talking about albums, because there are still record stores. There's one in Langley still.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are.
I said it did sell over 300,000. So
right, and they sell vinyl there too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so there is people out there listening to it on other platforms. So I think that number is not as accurate, but 15 million in times that one song is being played is minor in comparison to the other big songs that Metallica has.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure they want to do
25, so 15 million for that. But then you go to their top 5. Sandman, 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Nothing Else Matters, 1.1 billion.
Really? I would never have picked those. Well, maybe Sandman, but I certainly wouldn't have picked that for number 2 if I was to be guessing.
Nothing Else Matters. I think I may have read this, and that's why it's in my brain.
Unless you're a teenage boy trying to learn it to play it for your girlfriend so you can get laid.
Almost close enough, but I can see Nothing Else Matters because of the name of the song. Yeah. I can see that being in the rocker metalhead playlist of a wedding.
The wedding, yeah. Or the cover band that you hire, or the wedding band that you hired plays it.
Yeah,
towards the end of the night.
Yeah, I can see that at a wedding when the couple is dancing, and it's just because of the name of the song. Nothing Else Matters.
Ooh, I'm pushing buttons. There you go. You're bigger now. There we go. Fuck yeah. Did I change? You sure fucking did. No. It kind of took over the full screen, which I like better.
Oh fuck, that's on you.
And then Pat's fucking thing's all down here. Pat's below me. So there we go. We're all here.
Yeah.
And we're all up and down in a row. If we get 3 more on both sides, we could be the Brady Bunch.
Fuck, that'd be sweet.
An intoxicated mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah.
When thoughts come in, they have to go out.
Yeah. I wish I could find how many times certain albums have been played on this thing, but it's not doing that. Man. Anyways, beyond that, we got a new segment starting. We've talked about it off the air.
We have.
So that should be starting soon.
It was presented to me. It was presented to me, and I instantly thought it was the greatest fucking idea he's ever had. And I only say that because if it fails, that just puts it on his shoulders, and if it succeeds, I ride the coattails.
Yeah,
win for me either way.
Yeah, this is the greatest idea that I ever had.
Except for the "Have you met Chris" saying that's pretty good.
I did see an article about people that are going to be released or that are up for parole this year.
Oh, this show just took a left turn.
Yeah. One of them being Sam Berkowitz. The son of Sam.
David Berkowitz.
David Berkowitz, sorry. Yeah, sorry. David Berkowitz. Which I thought he died in prison.
I thought he was dead too.
I wouldn't even thought of him. But one of them is, I'm not going to say his name on the show because of the fact that I don't want to promote him, is the man that shot Lennon is up for parole this year. And I was rather shocked to hear that since the day he went to jail, he's been in protective custody. Not for what they said for being a harm to himself, but because if they put him in the general population,
he's going to get killed.
Yeah. And I thought that is that's
bullshit.
Wrong. Yeah, it was bullshit.
Bullshit.
I guess it's a little late now in the game anyways, because of the fact that if you compare it to Dahmer.
Yeah.
Dahmer, there was a slight riot at the institution where Dahmer was. And with the one fatality that happened in that little riot.
Yeah, they got him while he was cleaning the toilet or something, didn't they?
Yeah. All of a sudden, while he was on his little chore duty, all of a sudden a little riot broke out. And then
he got capped.
One fatality happened, and then all of a sudden everybody just went back to what they were doing.
You're saying the word fatality. I think on some of this shit we're broadcasting on, I noticed that either they don't say fucking like dead or shit like that or suicide.
You're not allowed to say certain things.
Yeah. So I think we just fucking got ourselves canceled on quite a bit of stuff right now. Sorry, those of you that's watching on YouTube. Sorry.
That's okay.
Explicit lyrics.
Yeah, you've got to put that warning on there. Yeah, no, I was just really surprised that it was a little bit. I'm like, it's just the fact that he was just treated that way.
I honestly thought he was dead too.
I thought he was too. I thought he would have died in prison or whatever, and then nobody cared. Anyways, that's as close as political as we get.
That's right. We don't get much more political. We don't do political. So there.
Yeah.
But no, I totally thought that dude was dead a long time ago as well.
Yeah. Here's one that I'm gonna get the don't care.
Yeah, hang on. I want to reply to Pat's thing here. Like maybe there'll be blah 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 when you get out. What do you think would happen if like the son of Sam gets out and fucking? You think people will go after him, or you think they'll just be in like they'll change the name and stick him somewhere where they're not like a witness protection and shit like that?
I think Berkowitz is gonna get a name change, and he will he'll go somewhere. The same with the man who shot Lennon. I think that he's going to take a new identity. Whether he takes I think he'll keep his first name, but he'll change his last name to like his mother's maiden name or some stupid shit like that.
You think?
Nowhere, Tennessee.
And you think they'll get like facial surgery to alter their face a little bit?
No, I don't think they'll do that. Like the thing is, it's been 25 years. Nobody knows what. Nobody knew what he looked like back then.
Well, I'm sure
he's really gonna know now.
Well, I think some show would pick that up or broadcast their fucking thing on TV. That's a pretty big fucking news story.
There's a lot of people out there, like, unfortunately, we're gonna have to say this. There's a lot of people out there like us that do these things.
What
things?
Do it
more in depth way. Where they want to get all the views and everything like this, and they're getting kind of sponsorship type deals. So they're gonna go out and they're gonna find it.
Oh, hey, one more thing. I dig the jersey, dude.
Oh yeah, today's jersey is
Megadeth.
Last week was Slayer. This is with
Rattlehead.
I think it's what is it?
83.
83. There we go. Which is a little, I don't know. Municipal Waste new album.
Yes.
That came out. I gave it a little bit of a listen. Damn, it's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm following Municipal Waste on that Spotify thing there, but it never gave me it never told me that something was coming out by them.
No, I didn't know that it was going to be coming out.
But Spotify usually, if you're following them, Spotify usually gives you a heads up, saying that they released something new.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't get anything for them. I did get something for Prong, releasing a cover of "Working Man" by Rush.
Yeah.
For some reason, I got something from saying that the Black Crowes brought out a new album.
Oh dear.
Yeah, how do you feel about that
one? Not so good.
Yeah, like that was like a little bit
sick to my stomach.
A little bit too late. Kind of deal.
Okay, I can't wait for this anymore, dude. We're gonna play the new Sebastian Bach video. I've never heard it. I'm so down.
Okay, because it is 8:30.
And that's what the ding dong reminded me of. So yeah I want to see this.
Okay, here we go. Oh, wrong way. Wrong hole.
Hurricane Irene was devastating for Sebastian Bach, a Stern Show guest and former frontman for Skid Row. Sebastian's New Jersey home was destroyed.
Yeah, I dug
What do you
it.
think of that?
I dug it.
Oh, I've got muted here. Sorry, just a second.
And let me tell you, the fire behind it sure sold it. If you play in front of fire, you're badass.
There we go.
And that was a lot of fire.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
I liked it. I actually
First thing I thought of when I heard it is it's like it sounds a lot like Slave to the Grind.
You think?
Yeah.
I kind of thought it sounded like Miracle Man from Ozzy.
Maybe that's what I was also thinking of. I'm like, I've heard this somewhere before, but that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, there's some good riffs in there. Yeah, and for not being a huge mainstream act anymore, yeah, it was really, really well produced.
Yeah, and how long has he been not putting an album out for?
I think his last album came up like 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 now.
That's a fairly long time, I reckon. Because a big band like Kiss usually came once every 5 years. So being like 5 years without an album is a pretty long time. It's kind of like the Chinese democracy thing.
Holy shit, no, it was a lot longer than that. It was 10 years.
Yeah, well, okay.
But he was doing shows in between there.
Was he? Oh, yeah, I went and saw him. Fuck, I went and saw him in 2020. Or 21.
No, I think he went 2019.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to go again in 2020. And I had tickets, but they got canceled because...
I had tickets with
And that was the one you said that Stitched Up Heart was playing at.
Yeah, Stitched Up Heart was supposed to open for that one. So
right.
That was when I gave him a listen to say, like, okay, who's this opener? Mm-hmm. Because we can do that. We're going to just quickly look people up and listen to them and like, oh, okay. So, yeah, no, I thought it was good. I think I would have to see him play live.
He's good, dude. You wouldn't be disappointed.
I did see him when they did a little bit of the old school
Skid Row?
No, when you the blatant self-promotion thing. Like, I found it very ironic that the day that his album came out, he was revealed as to be the
Masked Singer. The Masked Singer.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, like they just happened to guess him on the same day that his album comes out. Yeah,
of course there's something behind it.
It's funny to see it. I enjoyed that just because of that whole, you know, it was like the days of the late night talk show, and you would go on and you'd have, you play your single and stuff like that. I know he's not going to be on any late night talk show. I can't even name one right now.
I can't name one yet. I don't know. You never know. He might be.
Yeah, you do. You never do know with things like that.
I mean, like you always say, he's the king of famous self-promotion. He'll fucking do anything to whore himself out.
Those guys are. I remember watching The Apprentice, and they would have musicians on there. There'd be the country guy, the rock guy, the actor or the actress, and they'd have all these people on there. And I knew Gene took himself out. When he was on it, I watched that one up until Gene Simmons got himself fired off the show.
Yeah, because I think they weren't going to go on tour again.
Yeah, there was going to be a tour or something like that.
It had something to do with Kiss that he had to quit for. I think it's because they went back on the road.
I think it was he realized it was a little bit too much for him. So he takes himself out. But the one that I do remember is Bret Michaels from Poison being on there. And
not the same one.
He wasn't on the same one. No, he was on a different one. And I remember watching the one with Bret Michaels on there, and I would catch it every so often, and he would still be on there, and I'd be like, he's gonna go far with this. And it was my parents watched that show. And so I would see them watching it, and I was like, no, he's going to go far on this. And they're like, no. Nobody wants to see the Rocker win. I was like, no, you don't understand. This is a guy that comes from a time of going around to telephone poles and putting up posters.
And walking down the lines in front of nightclubs, handing out your posters.
Yes, and handing out your posters at
and
night.
trying to sell your tapes too as you go past. And
yeah, you were handing out these $2 cassette tapes that you made of your band to people standing in line at the Roxy or whatever it was.
Yep.
You had to self-promote yourself. You would be going to the other bars when you're playing tomorrow night, and you'd be like seeing all the guys standing in line for whatever bar, and you'd be like, hey, we're playing here tomorrow night. You should come check us out. And you'd be giving them a poster. You'd be giving them a cassette. You'd be giving them these things. Right?
Yeah, you give them something to promote yourself. That's what we all did back in the day.
Yeah, and that's what they had to do, and that's what we've done too. And I'm like, that's when you're an actor, you have an agent.
That's right. That gets it for
you. The agent will put out your mug shots.
Yeah, your portfolio.
And then all of a sudden they give you the phone call. Hey, we got you an audition.
Yeah.
I know there was a place like that down in LA for musicians. Like when you were trying to get your band started but you still needed to get some money, get paid. So these guys were trying to become hired guns. That is where Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman met. Was that one?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So they were like going out there to be like a hired gun for a metal band or whatever. They met, and the rest is history on that one. And then they all hated each other, but now, money talks.
Yeah, unless Hanneman just got out before the hate all started.
Yeah. or was the glue that stopped it.
That's right. Yeah, they glued together.
Well, as you heard, Kerry King was saying, yeah, I've been playing the bass on the albums.
Yeah, for like the old
90s or whatever. It's a little bit of showing you that it's a business, right? That honestly, you take Slayer 30 years ago, Divine Intervention came out. Imagine if that album came out today or back then. And they went from being the 4-piece Slayer to a 5-piece band. They went out and they got a new bass player. They went out and got a new singer, or maybe they stayed at 4-piece and they got someone else to play bass and sing. You changed the whole thing.
Of course, you change the dynamic of it, but just by replacing any member in a band, you're
okay. So that happens. What happens after that? What happens after the day that they kick Tom Araya out because nobody liked him or whatever? Kerry King doesn't like Tom Araya anymore. Back in like 1994.
So it'd just be Kerry King.
Yeah. So it's Kerry King, Jeff Hanneman, Lombardo was out for Divine Intervention.
So if it's just Hanneman and
King back in 1994, let's say.
94. I think people.
That would have been it.
I think it would have been. I think they would have given it a try, but I don't think it would have succeeded.
No, and then when they would have done like maybe. So now we'd probably fast forward 10 years to 2004, and they're going to do a reunion thing. Nobody would still care.
I think they would care.
I don't think they would have in 2004. Today they would.
Oh no! No, today they would. Like if they were to come back as a reunion today, or even 4 or 5 years ago for that matter as well. I think it'd be
in 2002. The scene was changing. We were getting into more new metal, and So a thrash band getting back together with an original lineup, nobody's going to care. And so,
but nobody
Cats,
would care if a thrash band got back together. But it's not a thrash band; it's Slayer.
That's true.
It's
but
not.
I think you would have lost a lot of listeners if they kicked Tom Araya out, say back in 1994, and them back in later.
Oh yeah, and then they'd be called sellouts too because they all
got back together. Yeah, back then they would have. I wonder how the guy who starts Slayer is how would feel. It was the guy that did it on his back.
Fucking Slayer.
Yeah, the guy that did it on his arm on the album cover, and then the guy that did it on his back. Yeah, I don't think so. Did you hear? Speaking of new metal, did you hear the one about Wes Borland of Limp Bizkit when he left Limp Bizkit?
No. So
he left. It's 2001-ish. He leaves Limp Bizkit through mutual people.
He played with Manson for a while.
Yeah, and so through mutual people, Fred Durst knows Eddie Van Halen.
I think I've heard this, but continue.
So it says, hey, we want to record a new album, whatever. Why don't you come out and jam with us? They're like, okay. So Eddie Van Halen packs up a bunch of his shit, goes over to Fred Durst's Beverly Hill fucking house.
Yep.
And gets his shit in there. So we're talking, it's Eddie Van Halen. He's going to have a couple amps. He's going to have like pedals and gear and all that shit. And probably like 3 to 5 guitars. That I'm just speculating on. They start playing, and at one point, Fred Durst and his entourage all start smoking dope.
That's right.
And so, but it wasn't just smoking. It's not like smoking dope with Snoop Dogg. It was like smoking dope with
your dad.
No, it was more like smoking dope with like teenage kids. They started getting all stupid.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought.
And so Eddie's like, "What the fuck is this?" There's like, if this is the way you guys are gonna act, I'm out. And he leaves, and he just walks out the door. And is at the point of like, I'm just leaving. I'll come grab my shit later. So for the next 24 hours, he's trying to get a hold of Fred Durst, calling him, "Hey, when's a good time to come grab my shit?" type deal. He doesn't answer him because he's pissed that Eddie Van Halen walked out on him. So apparently, a few years earlier, Eddie Van Halen went and bought an armored assault vehicle from an auction. So he basically had a tank. And it's full on. You would know this one. It's full on DX invading WCW.
Oh, I know the one.
Yeah. So he's got it's like a Jeep. When they say it's an assault vehicle, it's a Jeep with a cannon on it.
Right.
So he drives this thing up to Beverly Hills. He's got ripped jeans on that are being held up with a rope. He's got boots that are being held together with duct tape. A shirt with no sleeves on it, and his hair is in a bun. And he drives this thing right up onto his lawn, knocks on the door. Buddy answers, and he's got a gun. He points the gun to Fred Durst's head, and he says, "Get my shit, you motherfucker." And within seconds,
the shit was up.
As his entourage loading up this assault vehicle with all of Eddie Van Halen's shit. I'm like, fuck's sake. It was just an article that came out from a guy that was writing an autobiography on Van Halen. Apparently, they didn't want that story to get out there too, so it's been making the rounds on the internet lately.
Well,
So,
what? Do you think anybody cares now?
No. If anything, it's people laughing at it now, right? It's people going, "Fuck, that's hilarious." So I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
If I had those resources,
that's a good rock star story, though.
it is a good rock star story, like it was just like having the tank, things like that. So it's good. It's good family fun.
That's a good rock star story. That's what a rock star.
It is a good rock star story. Like I love hearing those rock star stories when they do stupid shit like that.
That's because that's what rock stars do, and that's what's expected.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be Bon Jovi.
Pretty much. I haven't heard anything new on that guy.
Bon Jovi?
Well, I heard Richie Sambora might be coming back to play with them.
Well, I was driving around the other. I forget what day it was, but I had Hair Nation on, and they had Bon Jovi's got something new out. But he said, and he was saying he's got a new album out, but he was saying that it's him and nobody else I recognized that he for the album that played on the album. So he got another solo album out, and it doesn't sound very good. It sounds Bon Jovi-ish. It's no you give love a bad name or bad medicine. Oh no, I think it's kind of whiny. But that's what John Bon does best.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it just goes to show you like who kept the rock in there,
Yep.
It was the Sambora, Richie Sambora.
I think it was the both of them together.
Oh
kind of like the Ozzy and Tony, or fucking the Gene and Paul, or the John and Paul, and there's the two people that like make the fucking shit go.
Oh yeah, for sure. You look at like as you mentioned, Paul and John. You look at Lennon did Imagine, and McCartney did Wings.
Wings, yeah.
Like weren't even remotely close to what they were doing and producing with the Beatles. It was more softer. It was not, not that the Beatles at that point were heavy or anything like that. They weren't doing, but it was still the Beatles.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like what. Not taking anything back from what they did on their solo things, but it just wasn't. People are always going to be like the haters. They're always going to be, oh, it's not this, it's not that.
And if you don't got Ringo, you don't got a song.
Yeah, that's just it.
And he's still alive.
Yeah. What about? But then, what about Ozzy when Ozzy left Sabbath though, or kicked out?
What do you mean? Then what?
How did he? What was his first album? What was it?
Blizzard of Oz with Randy. It was either that or it was Speak of the Devil, but that was just a bunch of Black Sabbath covers. And it wasn't Randy Rhoads on guitar. So it made Speak of the Devil but it was a live Black Sabbath. It was just Ozzy singing Black Sabbath songs with other people playing it.
Yeah, I think so. Nope. Diary of a Madman, 81.
No, that was after Blizzard of Oz.
Oh, Blizzard of Oz, 80. Yeah.
And then after that came Bark at the Moon, and then Ultimate Sin, and then No Rest for the Wicked, No More Tears, Osmosis, I think Black Rain, and then something else, I think. And then that fucking Pandemic album.
Oh, and Plan 9 or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Planet 9 or Patient Number 9.
Patient number 9. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Diary of a Madman. They don't even have that one listed on the Spotify, so it probably doesn't even exist on Spotify.
What's that? Diary of a Madman?
No, the one, the Blizzard of Oz.
They don't have Blizzard of Oz on there?
No.
Gotta
Probably because of the fact that it was just him doing the.
Speak of the Devil.
Or Speak of the Devil, sorry.
Oh, yeah. That probably not. But yeah, no, they'd have to have Blizzard of Oz on there. That's the one with Crazy Train.
Yeah. Unless they have it somewhere else listed here. Oh, here it is. Because they have it listed under 2020 for the 40th anniversary.
Oh.
That's why. And then they also have Diary of Madman listed at the 40th as well.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. That's a bunch of crap.
That is a bunch of crap.
Put it back where it belongs.
In the shitter.
Yeah.
Right where this show is going.
Yeah.
As
always.
As always, in the shitter.
Yeah.
And if you stay tuned through this whole show, you spend way too much time on the toilet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Way too much, and you need medical help. Because you could have IBS.
Yeah.
That makes you poop a lot.
Yeah. So Jay Wenberg has played his first show with Suicidal Tendencies now.
Who is?
Jay Wenberg.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he played his first show with Suicidal now.
What's that?
What's that?
When?
Oh, he already has.
Oh, he already has.
Yeah.
I thought he was about to.
No, he already has. There's one that comes under Who Cares. The fact that I've heard this a couple times about Mr. Big doing a final tour thing.
I've heard that too.
And I was like,
final tour.
What have they done since like 1991?
I don't know. But Billy Sheehan, if I remember, he was like the Steve Vai of bass. And then fucking the other guy that was on, I think he was a guitar.
He was, yeah.
A guitar god around the George Lynch type thing.
Yeah.
George Lynch type status, or Malmsteen at the time type status, and if I remember, he was pretty good. He was supposed to. I think he was a big guitar virtuoso or whatever you want to call him, like the Steve Vais or the Joe Satrianis. But not as good as that, but more virtual. I think he was along the lines of George Lynch. Good, but not great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I remember when we read the article on the top 250 guitar players, and George Lynch was on it.
Right.
The Dead Daisies are doing a little tour.
Are they coming up here? I would definitely go.
No, they're not coming here, unfortunately.
Too bad.
It's just a little American thing.
I would totally go see them again if they came up here. They were fucking good. They were fun.
They were fun. That was I think overall that was like that was a good fun show with La Chinga and the Wild.
Yeah. It was a good band. And the Dead Daisies are pretty awesome.
And the Dead Daisies, right? So I thought that was a damn good show.
It was a great, I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed the middle band that threw out the fucking beer. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, the Wild.
The Wild, yeah.
No, I was a little unsure of that one. It still stands out to me.
And that's the point. Whether it works or not, it still stands out.
Exactly. That's exactly. You remember them for that, or not remember them?
Not for that, but you do remember the show for that, or they're part of the show that happened. What was your favorite part of it? When they threw out the beer. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. I remember that show we saw in that band. They what did they do? They threw out the beer or something like that. You'll it was, I thought it was pretty cool. And one guy actually caught one of them.
Yeah, it actually ended up working.
Out of he threw out 9 beers and one of them worked.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what made it awesome.
What else we got? We're getting closer to the whole album of Carrie King coming out.
Are we?
Yeah, so it's closer for that whole thing coming out. Maybe this is just a little bit of the self-promotion. Carrie King doing this Slayer thing.
Could be. Well, it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. No such thing as bad publicity.
Because it's not like it is just it's just his side band, right? So why not be promoting yourself?
Okay, we're gonna have one for next week.
All right, what do we have?
I don't want you to listen to this song until next week.
All right, what is it? I won't listen to it if you tell me what it is.
Scott Stapp and Dorothy doing a duet.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I really wanted to listen to it, but I fucking hate him.
I don't know. Yeah.
I even know she's only bringing him up. That's the only thing I can say about it. She's only bringing him up. That guy's a fucking.
Think with what she did last year, that was the wrong business decision.
Oh, what she did?
To go from that song from basically
Nita Strauss.
Nita Strauss, which I'm not gonna say she's a headline act or anything like that. Like she's not up there.
No, but she does.
But to go be that person and get into like the top 20-ish wherever they got.
I can't remember the name of the song, but I know what you're talking about.
Victorious.
Hey?
Victorious.
Victorious, that's it, yes.
Yeah, so to go from doing that album to
something with Scott Stapp. He must have paid her a lot of money.
I think you're taking a massive step down.
I kind of think so too. She could have also been looking at too the fact that he is old, from back in the 90s, so he's been around. So she might have been a step up. So she might have thought, I don't know. Do I think it's going to hurt her? Probably not. But I could. I don't think it's. I think personally, I think she's taking a step backwards. You know what she should do? Dude, you know what she should do?
What?
To fucking
I'll tell her.
Regain. Yeah, tell her for me. I still got that restraining order. She should get with Alice Cooper, and they should do fucking like one of his old songs, that like Millie and Billy or something. Something.
Yeah, there's some Cooper out there that you can probably do a duet thing on.
Well, Millie and Billy, that was from the inside. It was about, and it's got Alice and some chick singing, so that could be a duet, and they could bring it back, and Dorothy would rock it. And hell, they look the same almost on stage, like black hair and fucking. But I think they could do. I think she should do something with Alice. She did it with his guitar player. She might as well go right to the top. And I don't think Alice would ever have a problem with that.
So, anyways, that's another hour wasted of everybody's
bullshit.
Life.
Everybody's bullshit.
Yeah. So worked out really good.
Yeah. I might try.
No real lag on our point.
No, we could do this once in a while, but I think it's still better when we're face to face.
Yep.
But this is what you get for now.
Yeah, this is the
You get this, and we get it over with for another week.
This was the no contact.
That's the non-contact restraining order, court order. Stay away from each other for public safety.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, dude.
We'll tune in next week and we'll listen to that. I'm not going to listen to it until then.
I gotta listen to it either. Don't worry. I probably wouldn't have either. But anyways, we'll be live from your basement next weekend.
Fuck.
Next Monday.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, goodbye, fuckers. Have a good night.
Good night.